Okay, so good evening, everybody. Can you hear me clearly so that we start off right now? If you can hear me clearly, I would like you to drop a fire emoji in the comment section. You can hear me clearly, drop a fire emoji. Now, I'm saying a fire emoji because you are given an opportunity to get a very large and vast repertoire of knowledge from these classes. So we are pointing from you from all that we've learned. We're pointing from you from all that we've learned and all that we've experienced, both from the Forex market, the stocks market, and right now we are dealing with both stocks and commodities. So if you can hear me clearly, please drop fire emojis in the comments. Oh, nice. I can get that from Mrs. Onaji. So let me see more fire emojis coming in, please. Let me see more fire emojis coming in, please. Let me see more fire emojis coming in. So get yourself prepared as this is going to be. Let me see more fire emojis coming in. Let me see that you're really, really ready for this class. We have about 13 people on this live. Let me see more fire emojis coming in before we Great, Miss is Precious Okere. Okay, great. I'm sure we are all active on here. So I would like you to take every section from this class very important. I would like you to take every section from this class very important. Now, reason is a lot of information is going to be given to you for free. A lot of information is going to be passed on to you for free. And I don't know the space you are in right now, but if you're in the place where you want to double your income, you want to earn more, you want to diversify your portfolios, and you want to make money from other streams as well, I think this class is for you. This section is for you. So I'd like you to get your notepads ready. I'd like you to get your pen ready. Dive into these sections. Get your notepad, get your pen ready as we dive into this section. So we promise that this is going to be very knowledgeable and insightful. So after this, I'm sure you should be a pro when it comes to investing in stocks, when it comes to investing in commodities as well. So send in the fire emoji if you are ready one more time. I think we have about 18 people on this live. Let me get that fire emojis as I introduce our first tutor, our first analyst to take us on the section. Let me get the fire emoji right there. Let me get the fire emoji to be sure we are all attentive. Let me get the fire emoji. Okay, nice. Okay, thank you, Salma. Thank you, Favor Chibike. Okay. I can see that we are all active. Okay, so the first person speaking to us today is a financial analyst, Mr. Michael Akinrata. He's a financial analyst with a lot of results from PU Prime as well. So he's coming in with a lot of insight to pour on us on how to invest accurately, properly in the global financial markets, which is just to do with the stocks now and the commodities as well. So I'll be inviting Mr. Michael Akinrata to take over this section right now. So I'd like you to pay attention. Like I said, have a notepad with you, have a pen with you. Welcome, Mr. Michael Akinrata.
Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clear.
Okay, that's great.
Good evening.
Okay, that's great. Good evening, everybody. And first and foremost, I want to wish most of our clients a happy new year because this is the first webinar we are going to have for this year, 2025. And I'm going to assure you that from the stable of PU Prime Trading Academy, we are going to be having more of it. Okay, we are going to be having more of it. Okay, so the first thing is the tag of this webinar. What are we going to learn? The first thing is a lot of us are going to learn how to trade stocks and commodities like a pro. Most of you don't know, some of us here don't know what stocks are. We've heard stocks, Nigerian Stock Exchange, US stock, American stock, New York Stock Exchanges, Nigerian Stock Exchange, and all that. And we don't know what stock is. And for some people that even knows what stock is, some people don't know that they can actually have access to trading stock with PU Prime. So that is why we decided to bring out this little webinar, to give you an insight of how to trade stock, what you need to trade stock, and all that. So I am being the first speaker today So I'm going to get started. The first thing I have here on my screen here, it's introduction to stocks, shares, and equity trading. You know, a whole lot of us have heard about stock. If you've not heard about stock, but you've heard about shares or equity, let me see, can you drop a fire emoji? If you've heard about stocks or shares or equities, let me see, just drop a fire emoji. Because the truth is, this is literally the same thing, right? So if somebody is trading stock, the person is also trading what? Shares, and is also trading equities, okay? So equities is just like the Western world calling shares equities, okay? So it is still the same thing. So either it is stock, you are trading equities, you are trading shares, they are all the same thing. Now, what does this mean? So what is a stock, right? So the first thing is the definition of the stock or equities or shares, okay? So the first thing is you are partially representing the ownership of a corporation or an organization. So let me quickly explain this. So let me say Dangote shares. If you have any shares in Dangote, let's say you buy some numbers of volume of stocks in a company, you are putting your money for the progress of that organization. So definitely you are a shareholder. Okay, so definitely you are what? You are a shareholder. So meaning that you are liable or eligible to enjoy certain profit or benefit or dividend from the company's value or profit. So if a company is making $100 million in a year and you have some certain number of shares in that company, meaning you've bought some partial ownership, you've bought some percentage of ownership of that organization. So if the company is making $100 million profit, definitely you are also going to enjoy part of that what? Profit, right? And if the company is making, probably the company ended up in a loss for that particular year, so definitely you are going to what? End up what? Taking part of that losses. So that is what shares or stock means. So the first definition here is ownership in a company. You are buying a certain ownership in a particular company. So if a company needs, probably they want to expand or they want to grow or they want to make their company go viral or probably international, they open their shares or stock exchanges for people to invest in that company. Okay, so that is why it is very, very important as a trader or as a financial partaker or participant, you should know the type of shares you need to what you need to buy. Okay, so also another definition is potential for capital dividend. So meaning that if a company makes $100 million profit this year or a particular time, and you have bought a shares or you have bought part of equity or you have a share in that company, meaning that your capital will what increase. So that dividend, it's your profit at the end of the what? At the end of the particular time. So I hope I've been able to define what shares or stock or equity is. Like I said, shares, stocks, equities, they are all the same thing for different name. Okay, so you taking part of ownership of a company, definitely you are a shareholder of that particular company or organization. Then also for potential capital gains and dividends. Okay, just like the formula here, share price appreciation plus passive income, which is dividends, is value of stocks. So let's say, for example, Tesla did about 28% increment between last year November, after Donald Trump announcement as the president of United States of America. You see that if you have bought Tesla stocks as at that time, your amount or your profit or your investment would have what? Appreciated. Okay, so that is what shares means in a nutshell. Okay, so what are the examples of shares? A lot of us don't know what this that some of these companies are shares. The most popular one that we have at the moment is Tesla. Like I said, I'm going to use annotation tool. Okay, so I'm going to use annotation tool to mark it up. So for example, this is Tesla. So we all know Tesla. The CEO of Tesla is Elon Musk, which is the richest man on earth. Who has about $400 billion His total net worth is now close to 400 billion US dollars, right? So we have Tesla stocks, we have Google, we have Netflix, we have Nvidia, we have Alibaba, Coca-Cola, Toyota, Pfizer, Apple, IBM, so many stocks, so many companies has their shares all around that you can also participate, okay, that you can also buy and be a part of ownership of that company. Okay, so these are examples of what? These are examples of shares that we have. So currently we have more over the time, probably after this session or after this webinar, you can also have access to check on our website where you have access to more shares. Okay, so there we have about over 100 shares and equities of foreign companies that you can also partake from. Okay, so these are just little examples and all that. So now let's go to types of stock trading. So I'm going to be explaining this one after the other. You know, there are a lot of types of trading stocks or shares, right? So the first one is what? Day trading. So meaning that you just leave your particular investment for a particular day, right? Because these shares, these stocks, everything, stocks trading, shares trading, they are all available on the market, right? On the financial market, they're available on spot, on CFDs. You can treat them as derivatives or contracts for differences and all that. So what it means that, yes, we have Nigerian stocks too, but we don't trade Nigerian stock yet on PU Prime, okay? We don't stake Nigerian stocks yet on PU Prime. The SEC has not incorporated Nigerian stocks into most of our brokerages. So the stocks that we have available currently, it's foreign stocks. We have stocks in US, we have stocks from Japan and all that. Of course, you want to make money in US dollars, so you should also think of foreign stocks. And that is why this webinar is put to hold, okay, to be. Now, we can also trade for a day, meaning that you can look at the chart and place whatever your trade and make profits from a particular price within a day. So it's not a must to put your shares or your money on something or on the shares and let it run for months, for weeks. Of course, there are types of trading, but if you want to do day trading, you can actually put your money and place a trade on the shares around 8 a.m. and probably when it's probably 10 p.m., the profit you make for that day will be added into your account, okay? So that is day trading. We have swing trading. Swing trading means you can leave your position or your entry or your particular or trade for some number of weeks. So you can leave it for a number of days. So let's say you can place a trade on Monday and probably you heard about some information about the particular equity you are trading, and you can also close it on Friday. So we have some people like that. They trade on Monday and they close their position, or they are trading on Friday. So this is position trading. Position trading are those that leave their trade for weeks, okay, weeks or months. They could leave their trade for a very, very long time, okay? So that is also part of position trading. We have scalping. Scalping are those that leave their position for within hours. Let's say within an hour or two, or within minutes. So let's say within 2 hours, they leave their position for 2 hours and all that. So that is what scalping is. Then we have investing. Investing means you are placing your position for a longer period of time. We've had some certain scenarios where some traders place a trade and they are investing in some particular companies, some particular organizations, and they leave it for a whole lot of time. And it depends on the kind of shares or the kind of companies you are buying their shares. If the company does not have a long lifespan, or probably after 2 years, the company fold up, it means that your capital or your investment has been liquidated. So that is why what we do here, we give you the opportunity to trade price differentials. Okay, so you can also leave your stocks for any of this time. You can leave it within a day. You can leave your position within a day. You can leave it within a week. You can leave it within months. You can even leave it within minutes. Once you see that, oh, okay, you're buying particular shares or particular stocks at so units. Let's say you buy 100 units of a particular stock at $5, and you see that probably that day there's high volatility and the stock has gotten to $10. You can take out your position and that profit will be added to your what? To your account. Okay, so those are the types of what? Stocks trading that we have, right? Now, how do you trade stocks? Okay, how do you trade stocks? So we have about 6 steps here because I'm just trying to summarize this. After this session, we are still going to tell you what to do and also how to get started and all that. So the first thing is decide the type of trader you want to be. Do you want to leave your position for days, for months, for years? Okay, so that's why we're saying for those that have been trading currencies with PU Prime, for those that have been trading commodities and indices and cryptocurrencies and other with PU Prime, we used to tell them to know the kind of trader they are. Some people don't hold positions for months. Some people does not even have the mind, or they can't even hold the position for weeks. Okay, so these are part of what we tell them. So the first thing is that you decide what type of trader you want to be. Like I've mentioned them earlier, do you want to be a day trader? Do you want to place a position in the morning and close in profits in the evening? Or do you want to trade on Monday and close your position on Friday? Or do you want to open a position in January and close it in February? So all these are some of the things you need to look out for. Then secondly is research brokerages and choose one that's suitable for your style of trading. There are a lot of brokers out there, but I don't need to say much. You can make more research about PU Prime because we are organizing this to give you an insight of how you can trade stocks. Okay, so open a brokerage account and fund it. Yes, your money, like I used to say, and like one thing we do here at PU Prime, we don't collect money from anybody. We open an account for you, you fund your account in your own name. So it's just like you open a bank account and you're putting the money in your bank account. So that's what we do here. You open an account with PU Prime. I'm still going to tell you those procedures later on. Research the stocks you want to own. So meaning that you own yourself that responsibility to make a research on the kind of stocks or the kind of shares you want. Okay, so you could make a research on the kind of shares or the kind of stocks you want to buy. So, and one of the reasons why we organize this webinar is because we have given you a lot of solutions. We've simplified everything. You don't need to stress yourself about that. PU Prime has done that for you. So probably at the end of this session, you are going to know how to make research or probably follow some of the solutions that PU Prime has given you. That's why an adage says, follow who knows road. If you heard about that adage or that word or that phrase before, drop a fire emoji, follow who knows road. So if you know you want to follow who knows road, kindly drop a fire emoji. If you want to know, if you've heard of that adage before or that phrase, follow who knows road, kindly drop a fire emoji. I want to see that fire emoji coming in. Okay, so if you heard it before, okay, yes, so follow who knows road. Okay. Okay, that's great. Yes, that's great. Okay, that's great. Now, the 5th step says, place your order with your brokerage to buy or sell your stocks. Okay, so what brokerage means is for some of us that doesn't understand a brokerage, right? So we are the middleman between you and the financial market. So it's just like, for example, you want to have an access to a big market. You need a medium. You need a channel, or you need to pass through somewhere. So PU Prime is there for you, and that is why we are hosting this webinar to make you understand that, yes, of course, you can also trade foreign shares and make profits with PU Prime. Then learn about risk management. Of course, we are going to talk about that as time goes by. Okay, so I don't want to waste much of our time and all. Now, why do you need to trade CFDs on shares with PU Prime? Don't forget I said, for what we are doing here, we're teaching you how to place a trade and how to trade with contract for differences. That is contract for differentials, meaning that if you buy, we give you an opportunity to buy at 5 naira, and once price gets to 10 naira, you'll be able to make your profit. Now, if you buy a particular instrument or you buy a particular shares, one is 5 naira, and the current price is 10 naira, are you in a profit or loss? Let's have that conversation. Are you in a profit or you are in the loss? Like, for example, if you buy a particular shares, let's say you buy Apple at $5, $5 US, and after a while, Apple has rose or increased in price to about $20 US. How much profit have you made? So let's see. Let's say, so if you buy a particular shares at $5 and the current price is $20, are you in profit? If yes, how much profit have you made? So let's see, how much profit have you made if you buy a particular instrument or shares at 5 naira and it's at 20 now? Okay, somebody says in profit of $15 US. Are we okay? $15 US. I'm seeing that. I want to see more answers. Does anybody have any contrary answers? $15 US. I thought somebody would say $20 actually. Okay, so when you buy a particular share, so that means you are trading the price differences. So we are giving the opportunity or the avenue to trade the price differences. And that is why we are putting you through on this webinar. So why trade CFDs on shares with PU Prime? Okay, so the first thing is you have access to what? Global companies, right? So you have access to global companies. Like I said, we have over 100 shares. That is 100 global companies that you can trade with PU Prime. So examples, we have Alibaba, we have Coca-Cola, we have Toyota, we have Netflix. Many of us watch Netflix a lot, but you don't know that you can actually make money from trading Netflix also. So Netflix is also part of them. Like I said, we are focusing more on foreign shares, okay? Because PU Prime is an international company. We have our organization. We have our offices around 40 countries all around the world, across all continents, okay? So that is why we are focusing more on international shares at first, okay? So you have access to trade global shares. Then you can also trade these shares with zero commissions, meaning that for every of your shares, we are not going to take any commissions from any of your trade. So you might have an open trade. We are not going to take commissions on that. So you can also trade global shares. You can trade global companies. You can amplify your position. So what does it mean is that we give you leverage. It's something they call leverages. I know some of you that have been trading before might understand what leverage means, but for some of you that don't understand what leverage is just we might increase your buying power. Okay, so let's say, for example, you bring in $10,000 to trade, right? So if PU Prime is giving you 1:20, it means that $10,000 we are giving you power of 20 times 10,000. That's about 200,000. So it means that the value of your $10,000 is 200,000. Okay, somebody say, how do you now make profits if you don't take commissions? Okay, so if you don't take commissions, we charge spread also. Okay, so we make money from spread. We also make money from volumes. Okay, so how do you make profit? I think I've answered that. We charge spread. There's spread also, and there's also volume. So meaning that your particular trade will be regenerated into volume, and volume also to our liquidity providers, they are money. Okay, so we charge that also. And also, it is not only shares that you can trade with PU Prime. So if you don't charge commissions on shares, we charge commissions on currencies. We charge commissions on cryptocurrencies. We charge commissions on commodities. Do you understand that, Mr. Macaulay? Okay, so I think I've answered that question. So I'm talking about amplifying your position, meaning that if you bring a $10,000 to the market and you have a leverage of 1:20, meaning that on the back end, PU Prime has multiplied your $10,000 times 20, which is about $200,000 buying power. So you can also use that as well. You can practice trading shares, yes, because PU Prime has a demo account. We have a practicing account. So if you have money and you say, oh, okay, I want to trade shares, but I want to know how it is. I don't want to go in with my full capital. We can give you opportunity to trade, to practice how to trade it using a demo account, right? So you can also make profit, go long or short. You can make profit when the market is going and when the market is coming down. So meaning that if the particular company that you are trading are going up, at least they are making more profit, and you are buying with them, you can also make profit while buying, right? And if they are not selling, probably that company is going bankrupt or they are selling. If you click on sell off your position at that point, you're also going to make profit. So we are giving you opportunity to make profit in both ways. So either when the company is doing fine, you can make money, and when the company is not doing fine, you can also make profit. If you love this opportunity, I want you to drop a fire emoji also. while we forge ahead. Now, because we are not talking about shares alone, we are also talking about commodities, okay? So we go by this introduction to commodities. Now, if you understand some things about shares, and probably you understand what we said about shares, I need you to drop a fire emoji. And also, in this session, we are having a Q&A session, meaning that we are having a question and answer. So if you have a question, you can write it down, and at the end of the program or at the end of the webinar, we are going to answer your questions. Now let's talk about commodities, okay? We are not talking about shares alone. We're also talking about what? Commodities, right? Let's go to commodities. Now, what is commodities? Commodities are the raw materials that are needed for production or manufacturing company needs. Okay, so raw materials that manufacturing company what needs to produce a finished goods, or probably any industry. So let's think about it. Any raw materials that is needed to produce any finished goods, they are called what? Commodities. And you can also trade them in the financial market. So we are also giving you the opportunity to trade their what? Their prices in the financial market. So like this picture you're seeing on your screen, we have oil, we have silver, we have copper, we have agricultural products and all that. So these are raw materials that are being exported from one nation or from one country to another, right? So in Nigeria now, you know, we export what? We export a whole lot, right? We export agricultural produce, but one major thing we export to Nigeria. Who can tell me? Can anyone tell me one major thing we export in Nigeria? Who can tell me one major thing we export in Nigeria? Okay, so let me see. One major thing we export in Nigeria.
Cocoa.
Just write, just write in the comment section, okay? Crude oil, that's great. Nigeria is an oil producing country. Okay, so we export what? Crude oil, right? So we export crude oil. So crude oil is also a what? Commodity. You can also trade crude oil. Now you are trading the price. Don't forget, I said you are trading the what? Price differences. Yes, cocoa, charcoal, oil. Mr. Yusuf said cocoa, that's great. We also export cocoa. In fact, I even know more about that, about exportation of cocoa. You understand? So cocoa and all that, we export them. So any raw material that is being processed into finished goods, they are under what? Commodities, okay? They are under commodities, okay? So let's continue. Now, what are the types of commodities that we have? Subdivision of commodities that you can trade. Number one is energy. So we examples of energy, we have crude oil, heating oil, natural gas. We have gasoline, which is our normal petrol. Then we have metal, another subdivision of commodities. So metals like gold, silver, platinum, copper, palladium, and all that. We have livestock and meat. So all these meats that you're seeing, most of them are exported, like lean hogs, feeder cattle, live cattle. We also have agricultural farm produce like your corn, soya beans, rice, wheat, sugar, cocoa, coffee. They are also what? They are also exported. Now, how does commodity trading works, right? It's still the same thing. You are trading the price of this commodity against a currency, okay? As against the what? A currency. So let's say, for example, you are a farmer or you want to go into cocoa farming, right? And you want to go into large scale farming, meaning that you want to be farming cocoa for a commercial purposes, right? Or for a commercial purpose. So you need to what? Know the price of what? Cocoa against dollar. So if you are trading it against dollar, it's what? Cocoa against what? US dollar. And if you are exporting it to European countries, you need what? Cocoa against what? The price of cocoa against euro. So that is how commodity trading works. You are trading them against the price of currencies. And don't forget what I told you earlier, that you are trading for what? Contract for differences. So you are trading the price differences. So let's say the price of cocoa at the moment is currently the one kilogram of cocoa in Nigeria is 1,500 per kilogram, right? So meaning that 100 kg is about 1.5 million naira. So this is a conversion rate that has been done against what? Dollar in the financial market. So they have a standard price that these commodities work. So let's say a barrel of crude oil, for example, now is about, let's say, $50 US, right? So if PG Prime is giving you the opportunity to trade at $50 US, if the price goes to $100 US, definitely you've made what? $50 US profit. So that is what we are doing. We are given the opportunity to trade in both in both ways. So these are just examples that you can trade also on PU Prime. Like I said, we have about 70 commodities. over 70 commodities that you can trade with PU Prime. And these are some of the popular metals that we have on PU Prime, like gold, like silver, palladium, copper, iron ore, etc. Okay, so palladium, most of us don't know what palladium is, right? Palladium is the metal that is used for producing aircraft. Okay, so palladium is the metal that is used for what? Producing aircraft. So you can also trade the prices with what? With PU Prime. Okay, so let's continue. Another part is what? Energy. So Brent oil is the UK oil. Now, many of us don't know that the UK oil, Nigerian crude oil, UK oil is the OPEC oil. So Nigerian crude oil, the price of the Nigerian crude oil is what? Is the same price as Brent oil or UK oil. So you can also trade it in the financial market. And of course, we deal with the real price. So if you want to know the real price of crude oil in the world, you can also have access to that with PU Prime. We are going to teach you how to do that, okay? Then we have another part of oil, which is WTI. This is called US oil. Then we have gas. So unleaded gas, a lot of gases. Then we have normal crude oil, which is your engine oil, your crude oil cash, and all that. So these prices can also be traded in both ways. Don't forget I said, if there's anything happening in the world, you can buy and make profit. And if you notice that there's something that is going to affect the price of this commodity you are trading, you can also sell to make what? To make profit. And that is what differentiates trading this instrument with PU Prime from other brokerages or other traditional trading platforms. So platform don't give you opportunity to sell or to make profit while selling. They'll just tell you your capital is liquidated. But with PU Prime, you can make profit while buying and while selling. Okay, so we also have agricultural products like wheat. Like I said, any raw materials, mineral resources that involve importation and exportation, their price is being traded in the what? Financial market. Okay, so we also have livestock means your live cattle. The live cattle we are talking about is not this Fulani Esme cattle. I hope you know that. It's not the Fulani Esme cattle. There are some particular breed of cattle that are being reared in Asia continent. They are being reared in most Tongian farms, and their milk is one of the most nutritious milk in the world. So they trade them because of importation and what? Exportation. And some countries also, they are into beef production, like Brazil. Brazil also, they are into beef production, and they have more beef production, and some country has less beef production. So countries that has less beef production, they have access to import or export from other countries. So that is it. We also have sheep falls. You know that the falls from sheep, right? Their skin, they are being made. You can use them to make leather. You can also use them to make wool. That is, some people in the world during winter, they use that and all that. So we also have lean hogs and all. So these are some examples of commodity trading that we have. Okay, now let's go to why trading commodity with PU Prime, right? So you have access to more market. You can also trade both hard or soft commodities, including cocoa, crude oil, silver, and all that. So you can decide to trade as more commodities that you want. Okay, so you can decide to trade as more commodities that you want. Second is leading commodity prices. Okay, so we give you the raw feed, the real price as it is in the market. Then you can also take advantage of volatility, meaning that you can take advantage from buying and also selling. Okay. So you can also take advantage from buying and also selling as well. Okay, like I said, so you can trade cash commodity like trade Brent, crude oil cash contracts, then which do not have a monthly rollover. Okay, so all these prices, like I said, these are some of the opportunities that you can trade also, trade commodity with PU Prime. Then you can also leverage on trading oil. You can trade up to 1:500. Okay, you can trade up to what? 1:500, meaning that if you have if you bring in $10,000 to trade commodity with PU Prime, and you use a leverage of $500, so meaning that PU Prime has automatically multiplied your investment so that you can have bigger volume to trade this commodity instrument. Okay, so you can have bigger volumes to trade this commodity instrument. So that is that on trading commodity. Now, let's now talk about analysis. We've talked about shares. We've given a few or a brief insight about shares. We've given you a brief insight about commodities, right? So let's talk about analysis, right? How do we trade this to make more money for ourselves? But the first thing is we need to understand what analysis means. What does analysis mean? You know, in a normal English language, when you say analyze, what are we trying to tell you? We're trying to tell you to make your research, right? Make your findings, make your brief research of findings before you make your conclusion. That is what analysis means. If you know you are in chemistry, you want to do an experiment, or you want to do this, you need to what? Make a brief analysis or make a brief research before you make your decision. And that is why in trading as well, you also have to analyze. You don't just jump into the market or, oh, okay, I want to buy crude oil today because I'm happy or because I want to feel array, and you just jump into the market. No, there are some research that you need to make. And that is the reason why we are talking about this. So there are three types of analysis. The first one is the fundamental analysis. The second is the technical analysis. And the third one is the sentimental analysis. Okay, so I'm just going to be branching it briefly, the fundamental, the technical, and the sentimental, okay? So let's talk about the fundamental analysis. Now, what are fundamental analysis? In general view, when we are talking about fundamental analysis, meaning that you are looking at, let's say in a particular currency or in a country, you are looking at the economic analysis. How is this country or this system or this company doing financially? Do they have any record of bankruptcy, or do they have any record of fraudulent act or all that? Or probably in a country, what are the policies that these particular governments are doing, right? Like in United States of America now, most people have known that Trump policies are to strengthen United States dollars, right? So you should know that, oh, okay, because Trump policy is to strengthen United States dollar, you having that information or making research on that information is called economic analysis. Policies, these are made by the government. They can also affect the fundamental analysis or also cause movements in the market. We have inflation rate. Inflation rate means the increment or the decrement in price of a commodity or goods in a particular country. So if inflation is the increase in price of a particular product in a country. We're all facing it in Nigeria. If you understand or you know that at this point, Nigeria is going through a high level of inflation, I want you to say yes. Okay, just type yes in the comment section. Nigeria is going through a high level of inflation, just type yes. So these are some of the fundamental analysis you need to know before you delve into any trading. Okay, so growth of industry, GDP. GDP is the total amount that a country is generating. Okay, so it's called gross domestic product. So it is the total amount a country is what? Generating. Financial analysis, government policies. So just have an idea about fundamental analysis. So you can also make your research about what is happening in a country before you make your decision or your financial decision. Okay, so let's continue. Now, let's talk about fundamental analysis in the stock market. What are the things you need to know before putting your money on a particular shares or a particular stocks? The first thing is financial statement. It's very important for you to have. There are a lot of websites that you can have access to these financial statements in the world. So if, let's say, you want to record about stocks, or probably you want to buy a stocks like Tesla. You know, Tesla, you need to know who the owner of Tesla is. You need to know if there have been any case of financial instability or bankruptcy in that particular company. You need to know that before you make your decisions. Economy and industry analysis, competitive position. You need to know how this company is being able to manage their competition or competitors. Like recently now, NVIDIA stocks lost about 598 billion US dollar in a day. Why? Because DeepSeek, another OpenAI company from China, came in And what happened? A lot of people were taking off their positions from US stocks, and the value of NVIDIA dropped. So these are some of the things you need to what? Understand. Like Dangote, if you want to buy Dangote shares, you need to know how Dangote is managing their competitors. Okay, so if Dangote and BUA, if they are competing, Dangote has a cement company, BUA has a cement company. How are they leading? Are they ahead of their competitors? These are some of the things you need to know. You need to know their dividends and share buybacks. Okay, if I buy, how much am I expecting? You need to know their valuation metrics, their management and leadership growth. You need to know the growth prospects and also risk factors. So these are some of the things you need to know before delving into trading shares. Like for example, now, like I said, Tesla, I will mention Tesla. Tesla is one of the shares that you can also trade and also make profits from. We have Tesla shares or Tesla stock with PE Prime. Why? Because currently there is a good relationship between Trump and the President of the United States of America and the CEO of Tesla, which is Elon Musk. And they have cordial relationship. And Trump has made some of his policy around boosting Tesla or boosting Tesla's ideology. That's Elon Musk's ideology. So, like for example, he removed tax credits on electronic vehicles. Now, as it sees, the United States of America, they are now working on regulating self-driving cars, right? So these are some of the policies that the government is using to boost what or to help the Tesla company. So if you buy Tesla stocks at the moment, this is one of the stocks or this is one of the shares that you can buy and make profit at the long run. Okay, so as we are saying that, we also have shares like the OpenAI. Now, look at this. The US stock loses about $2 trillion in a single trading day. Why? Because the announcement of DeepSeek from China caused a whole lot, right, to the US market. Now, this is just to tell you that yes, there's a competitor in this market. So a lot of companies that were affected, we have NASDAQ Futures, Siemens Energy, Tokyo Electron, Microsoft, NVIDIA lost more than minus 9%, then ASML, all these organizations lost that very day because of the announcement of DeepSeek. So this is to tell you about the competitors' management. Okay, so you need to know what these competitors are doing. Now, there's a great competition between ChatGPT and DeepSeek, right? So these are some things that you can also use to analyze before you make your decisions. Now, let's talk about fundamental analysis in commodity trading. So we have about 5 notes here. The first one is understand the economic and financial factors that impact supply and demand for the commodities. Second, just keep your eyes on indicators, that is the GDP growth, the exportation growth, and all. You also need to monitor the weather pattern and forecast before you buy a particular commodity, right? Like currently, the world is facing a climate change. We are facing climate change at the moment. You need to know which of these agricultural produce will thrive more. There are some agricultural produce that their prices are expensive during dry season. There are some agricultural produce that their prices are expensive during rainy season. Okay, so you need to know this before placing your particular trade. Also, for some commodities like crude oil, right? Now, during the murder or the assassination of one of Iranian generals, that is Qasem Soleimani, the price of US oil, UK oil, which is the price of crude oil, according to OPEC, that's UK oil, skyrocketed from what, $66 per barrel to above $70. And this is very common. If there is instability or war around the Middle East, the price of a commodity will increase. Just like the Ukraine-Russia war now, I can remember then the price of wheat, because Ukraine is one of the largest producers of wheat in the world. Their price was skyrocketed because there was war and they will not be able to go to farm. So these are some of the fundamental analysis that affect the price of commodity in the world. Look at gold. Around 2020, gold was around 1,002 or 1,004. But now gold is currently above 2,500 US dollars. Why? Because it has been from time immemorial that the price of gold usually increases when there is high level of war or political instability around the world. So if there's a rumor of war between any nations, the price of gold will increase because gold is one of the commodity that is called a safe haven commodity, meaning that you are safe, your price is safe no matter the value or no matter what is happening in the country, the price of gold will keep what? Increasing. So because of our time, the last one is what? Sentimental analysis. So I'm going to talk about sentimental analysis. This is just you monitoring your assumption or your analysis based on sentiments that are flying around, like monitoring news on social media. You're analyzing sentiment indicators. You're also using technical analysis. You are following institutional investors. You are looking at, oh, okay, where are the big banks putting in their money? Well, are they buying gold at the moment? Then you're also considering contrarian strategies. So you are looking at these strategies and things that you know that, okay, they might affect the price or the world is still tilting towards, right? So this is when you are basing your analysis based on what? Sentiment. So things you read online, information from friends, what people think. You can also base your analysis on that. Okay, so those are the this is an exact example of what? Sentimental analysis. Look at this sentimental polarity chart on the commodity. Now, this is part of it. If you learn about the history of a particular commodity, like, oh, okay, like gold now, it has been from time that the price of gold usually increases anytime there is war or there's rumors of war. Or if there's war in the Middle East, the price of crude oil usually increases. Like, for example, now, Nigeria currently, the government says they are no longer paying subsidy, and that is why the price we are seeing is the real price of crude oil in the world. So if, for example, there is war in the Middle East, and this can also affect the price of commodities. So if the price of crude oil increases in the world, definitely the price that we are buying petrol in Nigeria will increase. And if the price decreases in the world market, that is the OPEC price per barrel, the price of what? Crude oil will reduce in Nigeria. Okay, so those are one of the factors that determine the increment or decrement of price. Now let's talk about this technical analysis. This technical analysis is you using what have happened in the price to gauge or to judge what is happening currently before making your decision. You know, your decision is either you buy or you sell. Okay, so it's either to buy or to sell. Okay, so this some examples. There are examples of technical analysis. You can use it based on price action. So what is the price doing at the moment? You can also use it based on chart patterns. You can use your technical indicators, trends. Where is the market heading to? Then your entry and the exit. So these are the 5 important things you need to learn about technical analysis. Technical analysis is broad, and we can only tell you a few things about technical analysis. And if you want to learn more about technical analysis, we're also going to give you more information about that over time. Now, how to crack the code and trade like a pro. Okay, so this is just some of the procedures, okay, that you need to do. So I'm going to simplify them one after the other. The first thing is you need to open an account with PU Prime. Go to our website, www.puprime.com, or you reach out to your account manager. Okay, your account manager is somebody that sent you the link to this webinar for you to join. So the first thing is, well, you open a live account. What I mean by live account is the account that you can use or you can be able to trade with. Okay, so that is the first thing. You open a live account. Then the second thing you need to do is what? Download our trading platform. So PE Prime has about 3 trading platforms at the moment. Okay, I'm going to say 4. The first is you can use our trading app, meaning that you can use our inbuilt app that is inbuilt from PE Prime. So this app also has about 200 shares and about over 100 commodities that you can trade or practice with. Then we can also have access to MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. So MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 is the platform that you can also use to access all these global companies and global shares in the world. Then you can also download or trade via our web trader. Okay, so you can trade also using our web trader. You can use any of the interfaces or any of the trading platform that you love so much. Then also You can trade you can join our traders community. So we have a community that gives you signal, gives you analysis, tells you the kind of stocks to buy. And that is I'm going to spend a few seconds here explaining this. Now, this community is being handled by experts from PU Prime that has been trading shares and stocks and commodities over the years. So we have, it's a Telegram community. We give you updates on local stock. So we can look at the local stock, like somebody asked about Nigerian Stock Exchange. We can give you an insight about that. We can give you an insight about foreign stocks and indices. So you also, not only local stocks, you can have access to trade foreign stocks. You can also give you insights to trade gold and crude oil also. Then treasury bills, okay, bonds and treasury bills, then cryptocurrencies. So this Telegram community is laid out by experts. So it's just like we are giving you an insight, an outlook. Okay, buy Dangote shares at so price, buy Nvidia at so price, buy Coca-Cola price, shares at so price. So with this, joining this Telegram community, you don't need to trade blindly. So you need to trade using the lenses or the lens of an expert. Okay, so that is it. So what are the things? So we have two packages. The first is free package. So what are we going to give you? Market analysis. Yes, if you are subscribing for the free package, you have access to market analysis. But for the paid package, you have access to customized training. So if you want to do a one-on-one training, or you want to get much more training about this after this webinar, then you can go for the paid packages. Then mentorship program also is part of it. Stock Watch, Shares Watch, giving you an insight or instant information is also part of the package. Commodity Watch also is also part of the package, and cryptocurrency. So if you are going for the paid package, you have access to all these features. And the package, the subscription for the paid package is 100,000 naira per year. So how do you get the Telegram link? Okay, we are going to forward the Telegram link to you after this webinar. Okay, so for the paid package, it costs 100,000 naira per year. I mean, this money, it's something for, you should know the amount you would have made following an expert that has been trading this and have been very, very profitable with proven results for a particular year. So 100,000 naira for a year is not really a much thing to do. Okay, so that is that. Also, another way to crack the code and also trade like a pro is to join our daily analysis. So for you, if you don't know, PU Prime we usually have our daily analysis every day, morning session and afternoon session. Morning session is called pre-London session, which happens around 7 a.m. We give you every insight what you need to know about currencies, about shares, about commodities like gold, like crude oil, things you need to understand. Oh, okay, because of what happened yesterday and what we are seeing in the market, throughout today, gold is going to buy. We give you that. So with that, we also give you a signal telling you, okay, buy gold now. Let's say buy gold at $2,000 per ounce and sell at 2,500. We give you an entry point and also the exit point. And if you miss the morning session, don't be angry. There is another afternoon session, which is by 12:30 as well. So we have the morning session, 7 a.m. We have the 12:30, 7 a.m. These are some of the packages we give you if you join our Telegram group. So these are some of the testimonials. Like I said, you can see some of these results. So some of these results from our trading group. Somebody bought gold for about 2.5 lot size, and the person made $6,800 within a week. So these are some of the results that we have. And in case you don't know, PU Prime has a trading analysis group across all 36 states in Nigeria, both on Telegram and on WhatsApp. So if you have not joined any, reach out to your account manager, you'll be added to that. Okay, so another way to also crack the code is to follow Masters Trader. So now, for some of us here, I'm talking to two sets of people, or three. If number one, if you're a 9-to-5 worker or the kind of job you are doing, you don't have time to trade. This package, you need it so much because PU Prime has brought this solution. It's a decentralized form of trading or investment whereby you don't need to give anybody your money. We give you access to our numerous traders, and we recommend some to you and tell you this is what this person has been doing over time. This person has been trading gold and he has been making profits over time consistently. So all you just need to do, just open an account with PE Prime, fund an account, and we connect your account to the expert account. As the expert is making profits in a particular day, you are also making your own profit. Okay, so that is how this runs. As the expert is making profit, you are also making profit. So that is how copy trade works. So this is an example of a trader or an expert. So this is an example of an expert that has been trading. This guy has been trading commodity for a longer time. And you can see in copying any trader or an expert trader, this interface is called PU Socials, right? So you have access to see their history, to see the amounts they have made, to see everything. If you are very comfortable with the amount they have made, you can as well copy him. But if you're not comfortable, there are a lot of commodity traders or share or stock traders on this platform that you can also copy. You can see this profitability realized about 30%, and live return, the person has made about 30% profit. So let's say, for example, if you are trading with $10,000 and this person has made 30% profit, meaning that you have made profit of about what? 3,000 US dollars, right? So realize that is percentage. Realized profit is 7,000 US dollars. The equity is there, the amount the person is using to trade. So you can also see this person as well. This person is also trading a commodity, is also trading gold. So this person has made over 100% of his capital. So if this person is trading with $10,000, meaning that he has made over 10,000 US dollars. So you can copy this person for free with PayU Prime. All you just need to do, fund your account, then open a live account, fund it, and reach out to your account manager. They will refer you to the best commodity traders that you can follow. So another examples, because of our time, another way is what? Softwares and artificial intelligence. So I'm going to stop here, and probably if you have a question, you can write it down so that the next speaker can talk about the softwares and artificial intelligence that we have that can also help you. How can you trade these stocks and commodities profitably? Okay, so I'm handing over to the next speaker to talk about that. But if you know you love this session, kindly drop a fire emoji. We are about 38 in this group. If you know you love this session, I want you to drop a fire emoji. If you know that you love this session, okay? And if you have a question, you can write it down till the end of the session while we answer your question one after the other. So if you know you love this session, okay, thank you very much. Keep it coming. I want to see the fire coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Okay, so keep it coming. If you know you love this session, keep it coming. Okay. Okay, that's great. Yes, that's great. That's great. Okay, so I'm handing over for our moderator so that he can also talk about or invite the next speaker to come and talk because of our time. So if you have any question, kindly write it down. We will attend to you at the end of the session.
Okay, everybody. I'm sure you had a lot of knowledge from that section that just ended right now. So keep the fire emojis coming in if you've gotten a lot of knowledge from the section that just ended right now. Keep those fire emojis coming. Now, I would like you to get a notepad as well. I would like you to get a notepad and write down every question you have from this section. Get a notepad, write down every section you have, every question you have from this section as we invite Mr. Rotimi on board. So write down every question you have. Send the fire emojis. Mr. Rotimi also is a renowned financial analyst with PU Prime as well. He's been trading for more than 7 years as well also. So you can imagine the number of, or the level of experience you stand to gain from this class right now. So I would like you to get prepared as well. Keep your notepads close to you, keep your pen close to you, write down as much as you can write. And yes, the recorded section is going to be made, or version is going to be made available after this meeting. So yeah, we are going to have a recorded version after this meeting. But make sure you're on our groups, make sure you're on our platforms as well. And make sure you are registered again on our platform to gain access to these materials. So right now, I'm going to be handing over to Mr. Rotimi to take over this section. Mr. Rotimi, are you over there? So I'll be handing over,
Yes,
over
I'm
to
here.
Mr. Rotimi to take over this section. Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I can to everyone on this platform tonight. Now, if you can hear me loud and clear, I want you to use the fire emoji in the comment section. Just fill everywhere with fire and to be sure. Can you all hear me loud and clear? All right, thank you. I don't know if I pronounced that well. Pardon me if I did it. Any other person fill this place with fire. Ifiok, thank you. Clement, Cyril, Ekongdo. Any other person? Any other person with the fire emoji? All right, thank you. That's massive. We have Chikwe Odo. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Rotimi. Madam Onaji, good evening, ma. And Gold. All right, I think, and Farouk, good evening. Okay, so I want to welcome everybody to this amazing webinar where you're learning how to trade stocks and commodities like a pro. And I tell you that this is the first time we're having this kind of webinar. Over time, we used to more of Forex. But you see, there is a lot more in the financial market. It's not just about the Forex market. Like I always tell people, it's called the global financial market, which is made up of the stock market, the commodities market, the cryptocurrency market, the indices market, and also the Forex market. So we've had a lot about Forex. Now we also want to educate you about stocks and commodity trading. And my other colleague, Mr. Michael, has done a good job, opening your eyes to what stock trading is all about and even commodities. And at this point, we're looking at the practical side, of this whole training. This is a practical session where we show you how this is done. So here we're looking at trading stocks and commodities with fundamental analysis. Now, you mentioned fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and sentiment analysis. And in this session, we'll first look at how we can use fundamental analysis to trade stocks. So here we say that stocks trading, you can trade stocks with breaking news. Yes, breaking news from where? Many times we watch CNN. We don't know the value of what CNN gives us. Okay, Chikwe, please, you need to mute your device. It's causing some distraction here. Chikwe, kindly mute your device. All right, thank you. So, breaking news is one massive way to trade stocks. Is a breaking news can create a rapid price movement in stocks, offering traders opportunities for quick gains. Successful traders react swiftly, analyzing news impact, sentiment, and market trends. Using news aggregators and algorithms enhances speeds. When you watch CNN, if you have CNN in your house or in your office, you see always breaking news every now and then on CNN. As CNN is not breaking news. And those news that are being released can move markets depending on the type of news it is anyway. If it's a news that is relating to the stock market, I tell you that stocks will react instantly to it. For example, if it breaks out somewhere, definitely commodity like gold will react to it. If something happens in US and it affects the stock market, a lot of stocks will react to it. For example, what happened earlier on Monday this week when Nvidia crashed, it was displayed. It was on CNN. It was on all those news sites. But many times we just watch the news. this has happened. Enough of just, you know, saying yeah, no emotions here. We take advantage of honest. Yes, we are not the one that caused what happened to make money. That is what we do with in the financial market. Our job is profit. See, when such things happen, even if it's a negative one, it's a work of government to resolve it. It's not our job. Our job is to take advantage of situations to make money. If war breaks out, like I said, gold will react. Many of these events, there is always one commodity or the other or stocks reacting to those events. So how do you get these news events? You can get it from news aggregators. If you're not going to use a platform like CNN, there are other platforms you can use. You can use a platform like Bloomberg. It's one major financial news platform that you need to be checking. If you're a forex trader, you're a stock trader, you must be checking Bloomberg. They have updates on what is happening globally in the financial market. The same thing Reuters, the same thing CNBC. You can even watch the Bloomberg TV and even the CNBC TV also. These are channels that are more focused towards the financial market. CNN is more broad, it's all global events, but Reuters, Bloomberg, CNBC, they are more tailored towards the financial industry. They give news and updates on this sector. So these are places you can get updates as it is happening, breaking news in the financial industry. You can get information right there. Also, you can set news alerts on your Google. There is a section on Google called Google Alerts. You can set Google Alerts. Google will alert you in your mail. Once, depending on how you structure it, it can alert you in your mail once there is a breaking news in any sector of the economy, whether you want it in the stock market and commodities and currencies. There's always a Google alert which you can set up that can alert you as to what is happening in this market. So that's one way to trade, to use the fundamentals to trade news, especially for stocks. So what are the factors that triggers fundamental activity, on stocks and commodities? Like I said, when there's breaking news, there's volatility. But what leads to this? Number one is earning reports. A strong earning beat or miss can lead to sharp movements. So when reports are released about what these companies have earned, it can lead to more people. If it's a good report, more people can begin to invest in the stock of that company. If a company is doing well and they just suddenly released annual reports and they say they made a profit of $1 billion, everybody knows that company is strong and they want to invest in it. So the earning report can trigger volatility. The same thing, mergers and acquisition. When one company is merging or being acquired by another company, it can also lead to volatility in the market. Also, regulatory changes. When regulatory changes comes in, when new laws and policies, when it comes in, it can impact upon the value of the stock of these companies, and that can lead to volatility, which is basically all we need as traders to trade in the market. See, as a trader, all we're looking out for two things: we're looking out for direction of the market. Secondly, we're looking out for volatility. I'm telling you, once you can get direction, you get volatility, you can make money in this market. So regulatory changes is another one. Also, economic data. When economic data is released, economic data like Fed rate decisions, where there is going to be either an interest rate hike or cut, it can also affect the stock market. GDP reports, that's the gross domestic product report, can affect the market. Job data reports, NFP, and other employment data, and all of them can affect the overall market sentiment, even in the stock and commodity market. And finally, we have unexpected events like natural disasters, like earthquake and all these kind of things. Geopolitical tension or fraud scandals can cause sharp movements. For example, if there's fraud, or let's say the website of a major company is hacked, people will feel insecure with their investment. They will start pulling it out, and that stock will start crashing. All these things can affect, the stock or commodity of the stock of a company or commodities. Now, we want to look at the benefits of trading breaking news. Number one is increased volatility. Breaking news often triggers sharp price movements, creating opportunities for traders to capitalize on rapid price changes. So we need to look out for such kind of things, to trade. And high trading volume. Market participants react quickly to news, leading to higher liquidity and tighter bid and ask spreads, making it easier to enter and exit trade. So also there's going to be momentum trading opportunities and algorithmic trading advantages. Now, news-driven price movements are often picked up by trading algorithms, and this is part of what we're going tonight about trading algorithms, trading systems, especially the ones that have been designed by PU Prime to help you trade in this market. So we say news-driven price movements are often picked up by algorithms, which can create rapid, predictable price patterns that skilled traders can exploit. So one of the things we have done in PU Prime is to create trading systems, trading softwares, trading algorithms that can easily detect this price movement that are created by this breaking news and other events happening in the stock market, and now put it in such a way that on the chart you find it a lot easier to trade, so that you don't need to do a lot of mental work trying to do so many things before you trade. No, have it all set up for you on a trading system, making trading easier for you. Part of what we do is that we make trading easy. I'm telling you, that's all we give you analysis, we give we give you education. We're making trading more easier for you. All right, sorry. I'm back. We had a little network glitch. So as I was saying, NAS 100 reacted massively because Nasdaq is the index that represents the stock value of companies in the tech sector, technology sector of America. So as this news broke out and Nvidia dropped, Nasdaq also dropped. You can see there was a massive drop on Nasdaq to the tune of 1,000 pips on Monday. Now, if you had understanding of how to trade in the stock market at this time, you will have made a lot of money from this massive breakout that happened that day. I know after this class, you will not miss out in this kind of opportunities again. Now, we want to look at how to trade stocks and commodities with our trading algorithm at PU Prime. And I'm going to switch over now from the slide to my trading platform, the MetaTrader trading platform. Now, I'm on MetaTrader now, and you are looking at one of our trading algorithms, trading software that is called the PU Demand and Supply software. I tell you, this system is so powerful. It literally brings markets to you, showing you where the market is going and showing you how to follow the market to make profits. It's just as simple and easy to use. Now, looking at the PU Demand and Supply software, you can see on my screen. Well, we're looking here the stock of Google. This is Google. If you look below, you see my blue pencil marking the lower part. This is the stock of Google. We know Google, the search engine. You can trade the stock of Google. Don't just be searching Google. You can use Google to make money by trading a stock. Now, this is Google stock on 1 hour time frame. Now, my colleague, Mr. Michael, made a did a good job explaining to you the type of traders we have. We have day traders, swing traders, position trader. Now you have to trade best. You have to trade based on your own personal your personality as an individual. You need to identify that either you're a day trader, a swing trader, or a position trader. You can do any one of them, but in this example I'm showing now, I'm showing you trading, how to trade Google with our PU demand and supply software. How does this work? You can see the blue line I marked right here in the middle, and that's where we have what we call the confluence. From that point onwards, you can see that the value of the stock of Google began to appreciate. It began to appreciate from the point where we have this blue arrow, after price hit the PU demand and supply software. Now on this angle, on this other side here, we have the sentiment panel. Mr. Michael mentioned market sentiment. Here we have the sentiment panel. Now, if you see the sentiment panel, if it shows you a blue color, it means the market is bullish. If it shows you the pink color, it means the market is bearish. So you can see here now we have the sentiment from 1 minute time frame to the monthly time frame, and at this point in time, it's only the monthly time, the 1 minute time frame that is showing the pink color. Every other one is blue, showing you that it's a strong bullish sentiment on Google stock. Now, today is the 31st, from the 28th of January, which was just about 3 days ago, the Google stock has been buying. The sentiment indicator told us it's bullish, and all other tools in the PU demand and supply software lined up with that bullish move, and see how powerful the bullish move has been. Price has gone up in the last 3 days to the tune, from here to the current high today to this present time now, it has gone up to the tune of about 108 pips on Google stock alone. You've heard about Forex and many. Now, this is stock giving you additional opportunity. 100 pips on Google stock, meaning if you traded this with a standard lot on 100 pips, you can calculate how much you're going to make on that. If it's on a 0.1 lot, that will have been like $100. That's just on Google alone, indicator to trade. Now, if you look at the next one here, it's Visa. We all know Visa, the card company. There's MasterCard, there's Visa card. Now, this particular setup now is more of a swing trading, position trading kind of trading. It's more like a medium to long-term trading. Now, this is on daily time frame. Again, if you come to the sentiment board here, which is the dashboard, you can see that at least how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the time frames indicate bullish movement. It's only 2, 5 and 15 minutes alone that's showing you bearish, and that is, that's actually for short-term trading. Here we are on the daily time frame. So what is most important are the higher time frames: monthly, weekly, daily, 4-hour. That's the one that's more important. And looking at our alignment again, you can clearly see that from the 13th of January, which is just the middle of this month, till today, it reached its high today being 31st, the last day of the month. Visa, the stock of Visa has appreciated to the tune of about 430 pips just in this month, just within like 2 weeks and a couple of days in January alone. The stock of Visa, meaning if you bought this stock on the 13th of January, which was just 2 weeks and a couple of days ago, and now you will have made 430 pips. 430 pips on 0.1 lot is $430. On one standard lot, that is $4,300. Convert that to Naira, either on 0.1 or one standard lot, and I tell you, you will have made a lot of profit trading with the PU demand and supply software. I tell you, this software makes trading a lot easier. It removes all the stress from you. Even when there's a breakout, you see news breakout, you can always come to this platform to still confirm direction and just enter in the direction, and you still make your profit either way. And you can come independently to this platform alone and still use it to trade and still make a lot of profit. This is Disney. Now I'm showing you the stocks of companies. I've showed you Google, I've showed you Visa, Google on 1 hour, Visa on daily, Disney on 1 hour. Disney again, a lot of the sentiment indicator is telling us it's bullish, and you can see the market has been buying since only in the last couple of days we can see a minor range, but so far so good. We've seen price go in the bullish direction. The recent high here is about 69, just to say 70 pips on Disney. So on Disney, don't just allow your kids to be watching Disney movie alone. You can also trade Disney stock. See, that's the essence of this. Many times there are opportunities we miss. Many of us subscribe for Netflix. You are just watching movie. You are watching Jagun Jagun. You are watching all the movies. 7 Doors. It's good. But at the same time, do you know you can make money trading the stock of Netflix? Now, Netflix is expanding, in Africa. They are sponsoring Nigerian movies. Now, it should tell you that because they will not sponsor if they are not making money. They're sponsoring a lot of movies, and that tells you that the stock of Netflix will be rising now. So this is an avenue for you to make more money for yourself by diversifying into the stock market. So aside all the stocks I've showed you, you can also trade this software. You can use it to trade even the commodities market. We looked at stocks. Now we're talking about commodities. Currently, I'm on US oil. Now, US oil, if you go on the daily time frame, you can see the sentiment has been bearish right from the middle of the month. Let's see, from the 16th of the month, it has been on a downtrend. So if you're there, you're more like a swing trader. This can just be very perfect and excellent for you. And if you look at the lower part here, you see that majority of the higher time frames are bearish. From 1 hour to 4 hour, the weekly and the monthly is bearish, and you can see that crude oil has been selling in the last 2 weeks. You can see its daily time frame, 90% of the candles are red, telling you that our software is very, very accurate, predicting the crash in the price of crude oil globally. And crude oil has dropped to the tune of about 612 pips in the last 2 weeks on this our PU demand and supply software. And I can go on and on and on. Is it gold you want to talk about? Gold has been buying in the last couple of days. You can see the indicator is showing us is bullish. Soya bean, yeah, agricultural produce. Now when we talk about commodities, there are 3 types of commodities. You have the metals, which includes gold, gold, platinum. Those ones are copper and copper. Yeah, they are metals. Then we have the energy like natural gas, crude oil, and the third category of commodities are the agricultural produce, like your soya bean, like your cotton, your coffee, and your wheat. Now here we can see how the
Hello, are you there, Mr. Rotimi? We can't hear you. Okay, sorry, I think he has a little network issue. He's going to reconnect shortly. So just stay on the call. He's going to reconnect shortly.
All right, I'm back. So I'm rounding up. So we can see how this amazing software, can be used to trade both the stock, the commodities market. This is soya bean. See the crash on soya bean on 1 hour. I think since yesterday. Yeah, yesterday downwards till the middle of today, soya bean has been selling. The same thing, cotton, coffee, and even wheat. I think that wheat is on daily time frame. So whichever one suits you, you can use this software to trade it. Look at wheat. Everything is bullish on wheat and it's been buying since. So, and there are other softwares we have apart from the PU demand and supply software. We also have the profit scanner. That is another very, very powerful and software that delivers the basic profit scanner. All these are available. We'll give you information on how to get them. This is what the profit scanner looks like. It can also help you. In this one, all you look out for is what we call alignment. Here is just color. Once the color is red, like you are seeing here, it's a sell. When everything is red, it's a sell. And look at how soya bean crashed with this software. And you can use it for gold, you can use it for stock, you can use it for any other asset also. All right, that'll be all from my session. Continue with this webinar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that section, Mr. Rotimi. If you've learned a lot, and you love some of these tools that have been highlighted here, I would like you to drop a comment or send a fire in the comment section. Let me see fires in the comment section. I'm sure you love these tools, you love what you've seen, and you've learned a lot. Let me get fire in the comment section before we move over to the next piece. Let me see fires in the comment section, guys, before we move over to the next piece. Yes, let's keep the fire coming in if we've learned a lot. Okay, very nice. Now, I'm sure we've all documented one question or the other when it comes to investing in stocks. I'm sure you have questions. I'm sure you have areas you like to understand better and areas you like to ask questions on. Okay, thank you for the fire emojis. And areas you like to ask questions on. So I'll open up the mic right now so that everybody can ask questions. If you can't speak, you can easily type. We are going to see that. So for the next 10 minutes, we're going to take questions and answers. So whatever question you have in line with what you've learned today, in line with you getting these indicators, I mean, you can gain access to these indicators from our office. We can give you access to this indicator. Exactly. So somebody is asking some questions. So please let the questions keep coming in, then we'll take them. Let the questions keep coming in, then we'll take them. So we still invite Mr. Rotimi and Mr. Michael to answer the questions for this section. So
okay, so quickly, because I don't want us to wait, take much of our time. So the first questions, somebody said, how do we get the PE Prime demand and supply? Actually, the PE Prime demand and supply software is free, but it is for funded clients. So you have to fund your account. For you to trade shares and equities and commodities, you need to fund as high as minimum of $500 and above. Okay, so if you are funding, we give you this software. And one beautiful thing about it is it works both for shares, works for currencies. It works on all instruments as well, okay? But because you want to teach you how to trade shares, you can leverage on this system. It shows you where to buy and where to sell. So if you don't know where to buy and where to sell, then I think this system is for you. They just do all the analysis for you. Your one is just to place your trade and all that. And one of the packages I'm also going to enjoy is one-on-one training on how to use this system profitably. Okay, how to use this system profitably, not only just to analyze, but you need to fund your account. So the major thing is for people, the standard amount we do for this system for POS and the supply and demand is about for minimum of $500 and above. But I just got an information from from our country director. If you can fund $300 between now and Monday, you get this PUS and this system for free. Okay. Okay, in order to have the app, you thought you can have $200, $200. You can make it $300 for this. Okay, so if you have $300 from now to Monday, you can get this for free. You're not giving anybody, like I said earlier, you're just going to open an account and the money will be in your trading account and you will use it to trade. And one more thing is you also have access to our funded client group where we drop profitable analysis and signals every single day. You have access to our stock market group as well. But you know, if you also pay for the 100,000 subscription, you have yearly subscription, you have access to our stock expert group, right? So these are some of the things you enjoy. So the question is, the minimum is $500, but because you are in this seminar, we are giving you $300 from now till Monday. So you don't need to fund in anybody's account. Please, you don't need to pay into anybody's account. You open a link, you register with PE Prime, and you have access to it to help you trade. What about those that are already doing copy trade? Okay, so if you're already doing copy trade, it's good, but it's also good. It is also nice to also diversify your portfolio. Okay, copy trade is, you are following experts to trade, but if you have this system will help you to trade yourself. So to get to a time you'll be used to the system, you don't need to follow any expert anymore. You just need to follow the instruction from the system. I think I'll need to unmute so that it's very good for us to hear live feedback, right? So if you want to ask your question, kindly unmute your mic and ask your question. 100,000 naira to purchase stock, right? No, please, that's information. It's 100,000 naira and annual subscription free if you want to enjoy the full stock package. That is, you get information and insight about your local stock, you get information and insight about the foreign stock, you get access to the stock watch and all that. For those of us expecting money in 2 weeks' time, Unko, I pray the money will come. Okay, just speak to your account manager, mark your attendance, and speak to your account manager. We might also give you an access to that. Maybe a waiver could occur for you, or we can also speak to our country director on that aspect. But from now to Monday, okay, it says, I think it says Friday now. Okay, from now to next week Friday, if you fund $300 US, you have access to the PU, S, and D. Please unmute your mic so that you can ask questions and we can talk and have a conversation. You made mention of Visa and MasterCard. How do you say you can use them to trade stocks? Okay, so Visa and MasterCard, they are shares under PU Prime. So you have access to trade them. They are not, you can't use them to trade stocks. You can trade Visa card, the price of Visa card, and also, I mean, trade of Visa, not Visa card, trade of Visa, and you can also trade the price of Master, okay? So you can trade their prices, the differentials, and all that with PU Prime. Okay, another question?
Thank you.
Okay, so another question. Okay, so I quickly want to say something. Let me share my screen before we wrap it up. I want to show us this. So from now to second week of February, I want to introduce you to some promotions that are going on. So some of our latest promotions, and I'm going to circle out the most important ones. So this one I want to say is not here. For first week of February, we are going to have a 100% deposit bonus. Okay, 100% deposit bonus, meaning that if you fund $5,000, you are going to get a deposit bonus worth $5,000, meaning your account is 10,000. Okay, but for all of us here, what this bonus will be for now, for people that are here, you'll be the first people to have access to this bonus because you are here. We are recording this session, and if you fund between now till next week, you'll be among those people that will enjoy this 100% deposit bonus. Okay, be among those people that will enjoy 100% deposit bonus. You can use this money, of course, to trade shares, to trade commodities and all. Also, we also have 50%, because I have fund I would like to top up. No, if you have $100 US, if you fund $500 before and you now fund $200, the deposit bonus will be only reflect on that $200, not on the one you funded before. So if you have $500 and you want to fund more, it is very, very important for you to do that between now and next week, Friday. Okay, say something more about the AI. Well, we are going into the era of artificial intelligence, and I will tell you that artificial intelligence helps you to place your trade, to analyze the market. So with this artificial intelligence, with this software, you don't need to stress yourself or go for market watch or anything. They do that for you. They tell you the trend, they tell you when to buy, they tell you when to get out of the market, they tell you when to take your profit, they tell you when to buy, and they tell you when to sell. So if you want more information about that, kindly chat to your account manager or so the person that sent you this link, DM the person and they will give you more information about that. Okay, so since there are no questions, how do you get PS&D? Okay, so if you know you are very, very cool and very happy with this seminar, if you know you learn one or two things, I want you to type more than trading. We have about 31 in this group. I want you to type more than trading. If you know you enjoyed this session, this recorded version will be posted on our YouTube page. You can also follow us on YouTube at PU Prime Africa. You will watch all our classes and all that. Yes, of course. We have physical classes. We have our offices in Lagos and in Abuja currently. Our office in Abuja is at number 50 Ebitu Kiwi Street, Work and Connect building. Shall be here. Okay. So if you are looking for If you want to see us physically, or you want to have a one-on-one conversation, or you want to attend our classes, you have access to that. Or if you are in Lagos, you can also branch our office at Agos Plaza, number 54B, Adeniyi Jones, Ikeja. Okay, it's a popular place in Ikeja in Lagos. So you can also get there and get information. So for beginners class, we started our New Year session for beginners class for 2025. It's on Tuesdays. So we have Tuesdays in Abuja. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also we run that for 2 weeks where we teach you the history, the beginner session on how to get started. Then every Thursday is our advanced class from 2:30 to 3:30, where we attack the market, we trade, we give live signals and all that. Also in Lagos, the same thing also happening in Lagos. Beginners class also the same time and same in the Lagos offices. So please, like I said, if you want to get started and you don't know how to trade, there is a solution for you. I showed you about Gold Money. A lot of people have made profits from copying Gold Money, and in fact, they made withdrawals today from their profits. You too can do that and also have access to that. People have a lot of solutions. So I would like you to, if you have a question, kindly type it on the no office in the Southeast. Don't worry, we are coming to the Southeast very, very soon. We are working on office, but we are also allowing partners as well. So if you have people that can also trade and want us to reach out to in the Southeast, we can make you a major partner. And of course, there are benefits for that. Okay. So because of our time, we want to appreciate you all for joining this session. And I know that you've learned one or two things. Kindly take action and make yourself, present yourself, position yourself at a place where you can make profitable decisions, profitable financial decisions this year, 2025. This is January. This is the last day of January. And I'm very sure that February, you should start making steps or taking steps towards a profitable financial decision. So if you want to take shares, it is open. Reach out to your account manager. If you want the full package, it's just 100,000 Naira for the whole year. You have access to local stocks, foreign investments. You have access to when to buy and when to sell. Of course, you need to fund your account to get started. Don't forget, you can make use of the 100% deposit bonus that's coming up by February. Aside from the 100% deposit bonus, you can also get 50% deposit bonus. So let's say you're not eligible for that 100%, or you didn't fund from now to next week Friday, you can have access to the 50% deposit bonus. So you're funding a $10,000 account, you're getting 5,000 as deposit, as bonus. So the total equity in your account is worth what, 15,000 US dollars. And don't forget that P Prime is giving you a leverage. So we are using a leverage of 1:100. So that means the buying power for what you are, your capital is 1.5 million US dollars. So these are some of the questions that I've answered. If you have further questions, you can reach out to any of our account managers and other. Please, we will not chat you first. If you are on our group, you just do the chatting and we respond to you. Thank you very much, and over to the moderator, and have a wonderful weekend.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. If you are interested in this recorded, So if you're interested in this recorded section, I would like you to please stay active on the groups because they are going to be sent in there. So we'll be sending in the recorded version of this section right there. Thank you for staying up. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of impact, a lot of knowledge from this meeting. I would like you to look out for the next meeting that we'll be holding as well. You don't want to miss that out. And I'm sure right now you already know how to invest in stocks to a great deal, the kind of stocks we have, why we invest in them, and how we make money from them. So these are some of the products we bring to you as PU Prime. Yeah, thank you so much. So if this has really blessed you, I just wanted to type thank you so much in the comment section. You can just type a thank you in the comment section. If this has really blessed you, if you've gotten a lot of value from this, I just want to say thank you in the comment section. Okay, this is really nice. So the next phase for you now is not just to get this knowledge, it's to make this knowledge work for you. It's one thing to acquire knowledge, another thing to apply the knowledge. So it is only the knowledge you choose to apply that actually bears fruit and actually works for you. So that is the phase you are in now. So take advantage of all that you've learned. Reach out to your account managers. In fact, this night, make it a goal. I won't sleep this night until I reach out to my account managers, until I reach out to the person that had sent me the link for this meeting. Reach out to them, and they are definitely going to pull you through on how to move forward from where you are at right now. So thank you everybody for staying in on this Zoom call. See you all for the next meeting. Thank you, everyone.